Hey guys, I cut my hair. Yes, I'm driving and talking because, you know, the thoughts come. It comes out when you're moving. So I just left okay, I'll stop for y'all. And by y'all, I mean yellow light. Okay, so real talk. I just laughed because I look like my mom and my dad, like literally mixed into one. I just left Whole Foods and wow, I look like my parents. I just left Whole Foods and I was talking to someone, the clerk. She was such good energy, bro. I was like, oh my god, like she was good energy to me and I gave her good energy, and like she's like, how are you? And I'm like, honestly, like I'm so overwhelmed. Like, okay, why does this happen? I'm like, I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I'm like, I just feel like having a schedule is so important, you know what I mean? Because then I just have so much going on, you know, in my head, and it like life is good, but then it's like so much going on. She's like, I'm gonna leave you with this. She's like, it was hard for me to comprehend because I was so like, my brain could not tap in until like I really got what she said. But she was like, don't let what you had, I'm shaking, get this right. Don't let what you had to do yesterday get pushed off to get, okay, I actually don't remember the exact quote. Don't let what you did yesterday become something you do tomorrow. Because you won't get it done. You'll probably push it off to the next day and to the next day to where it will never get done. She left me with this and I was like, oh my god, like you're so right. And I had a hard time embracing it just because like I said, but when she said it and I was like, let me get this right, like you're telling me this. She's like, yes, she goes, I learned that from my credit. Like she's like, when I had to pay my credit, she's like, don't fucking wait to like do it as soon as possible. And like, fuck me, like that just resonated. I'm like, oh my god. I literally was like, girl, you're so right. She goes, and then I don't remember how it came about, but she started talking about hobbies. And then she's like, yeah, like I was like, I told her, like when you have a set schedule, like, you know, you gotta wake up and you gotta be there. She's like, yes, totally. And I guess she's like, I need to find a hobby. I think that's how it came up basically. And then I was like, well, her makeup was to the 9, as it should be. She was stunning, which is why we got along. And I just love good looking people. You just can't keep your eyes off them. And they're just so magnetic. And anyway, it could be energy internally or externally, but when it's a mix, oof. So I'm like, well, it's your hobby. You seem to be really good at makeup. She's like, yeah, like I got into makeup when my father passed away, and then when my sister passed away. And she didn't really get into how that was connected, but I guess maybe she was just like, maybe it became like a self-care ritual thing. She's like, I don't know how I learned it, blah blah. She started talking about that. And I was like, oh my god, like it's so great. Like in my head, like I was like, oh my god, she's opening up to me, like this, like not because like I opened up to her and she opened up to me, and it was like just like this great exchange, like in Whole Foods, just like talking it out, like. And I was like, damn. And then she's like, then she goes like this. She's like, you know how my sister passed? And I'm like, how? She's like, breast surgery with Dr. Miami. And I was like, no fucking way. Like what? Like that's crazy. Because what? Like that's crazy. And like I live in Miami, she lives in we're in Miami, and like I don't know how tapped in you guys are, but Dr. Miami was like popping off on like Instagram, like making a lot of content. I realized like, yeah, I haven't seen his content anymore. And she goes, you know where she's like, you know where he's doing that stuff now? And he's like, she said XYZ. Like I don't know if I can express it, like I'm not trying to hear to like rat on the guy, like even though he's not great, but said he was doing it in a hotel, like whatever. And I was like, it's like apparently he got his license revoked or some shit. I don't fucking know. This is not Dr. Miami tea. Like, I'm not qualified to speak on the drama. This is just like rumor has it. And like her experience. She said her sister passed away from getting breast surgery from Dr. Miami, which is actually fucking nuts. I will tell you too, hearing this. I was gonna post a photo yesterday. It was me laying on the beach. Like I just, you know, it was in the caption straight up was gonna be like one of those days. And it was I literally got to the beach, laid down, like took my shoes off, laid down on the beach, took a picture from the waist down, from the neck, from the chest down, then flipped my camera, and then took it from my head down, and then grabbed my camera, and then took another photo on the side with like, you can actually like see a little bit of like my side profile. And I wanted to post it. I thought it was sick aesthetic. And then I took a picture of my shoes, and then I took a picture of the moon. It was just like one of those days, like straight up, like just I needed to like fucking detach. I needed to unplug. And then I didn't post it because my chest looked fucking flat, like straight up, because I don't have tits like that. Like I just don't have tits like that. God, if I could redo this, please send them over. But for real though, like I just don't have boobs. Like I mean I have boobs, right? I don't want to say that because I do have boobs, but they're just small. And when you lay down and you have small titties, what's left? Not much. Maybe a nipple if you're lucky. I have them, but you know, soft, hard. It looks different through the shirt. But you know, like, not saying that it makes me less of a woman, but it makes me feel sometimes less of a woman. And I know the itty bitty community is out there to embrace me. Like I'm a part of it. If anything, I am the head. I'm the director, bro. Like mosquito bites. But I didn't post this photo because like my chest looks so, I don't want people to see this and be like, what the fuck is that? Like, not even like they could even, no, yeah, fuck it, send it to their friends, screenshot that shit and be like, bruh, her chest looks so bad. I was gonna send it to my friend and be like, is this flattering? Like, or is this like embarrassing? Like, is this like shameful because of it? I'm just being real. Like, I'm 24. I always bring up my age, but like I'm a 24-year-old lady living in this generation during this time, and these are the things. Fucking overwhelmed here, split brain, but in a good way. I have so much going on, and not like, oh my god, I have so much going on. Like straight up, like I have a lot. I'm doing a lot. You know, like we get to do so much in this world. We get to create our lives, which is like fucking insane. Like, okay, like I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Like, I'm not like huzzah, like in any way, the shape or the form of like being on America. Like obviously, like our generation's just like funny things like fuck America, like, you know what I mean? And especially with like obviously it's history and just like we're very like, you know how we are. But if you think about it, like we get to live the life we live because we are here in that sense, meaning we can create the lives that we want for ourselves. Whatever we see for ourselves is how it goes. I'm sorry this is an ugly angle, but I hope my words resonate, which is true. So I acknowledge that, and 4th of July is coming up. I think that's why we brought it up. I work for a company in which I have to post something related to that, so I'm cognizant of the day and what that means to people, and like also like if you really conceptualize what it means to be a free country and like people going to actual war to fight for this country. I'm not talking about the politics of it, but just like that concept, like that's a pretty insane concept. You're like, oh shit, like that's actually happening. I'm tapped out. I don't wake up every morning and like, I mean I do wake up every morning, thankfully, at this moment in time, but you are not aware of the life you live, of a life. You are not aware of it unless you live it or you see it. So I'm like not tapped in on the daily of like what that life is like, being in the military or being like having a military family, like in any way, but like it exists and it's real, and it's like there's a reason people take pride in it and other people don't. It's like, oh well, fuck America. Well, I understand you're looking, I'm like talking, now I'm just saying my opinion, but fuck it, like this is a free country. I'm not talking about the history, okay? I'm not a history professor. Do you see a stick in my hand to be like, I know the history? No, because I don't know it well. So I'm not saying I'm on a place to speak on it. Like, I want that to be clear. I am not a professional, okay? But I will say, there's a reason a lot of people take pride in the American culture. Not really. I mean, yes, I love mac and cheese. Mac and cheese in America, is that? I'm like, that's Italian. I don't know. Drink water. I'm on a sparkling water kick. This is the Mountain Valley sparkling water. Oh my god. Okay, so back to the rant. I'm like trying to like cleanse your palate of my political talk. There's a car. Okay, so like, yeah, I don't even know if that's political or it's just like legit. Anywho, we are free to do what we want, live the life in which we pursue. To the taking away external circumstances, I'm not referring to, you know, before you're 18, you're living with your parents, because like, you know, there are constraints. But once you become an adult and you get to make your decisions for you, no one's holding anything over your head. You don't rely on people financially, because even relying on people financially will dictate your life. You know what I mean? That's why it's very important to be financially free. Okay? Man, women, it's just the fucking facts, bro. Like, I believe in being independent in every fucking way. Fuck codependency in a relationship. Fuck fuck any of that. Financially being dependent on someone is crippling. You know what I mean? Like, you grow. I mean, for me, I was lucky. But, you know, it's there's a side to every fucking coin. There really is, and it's two. Unless it's plastered. There's still two sides, though. Just one is plastered. The one of them just stuck to something. Unless it's 2D. Unless it's 2D. Right? I don't know. Okay, unless you're on the other side of the fucking paper. I don't know. You asking too many questions, okay? Anywho, back to the story. What is the story? I don't remember. I just looked at the time. 11 minutes. It's decent. Okay, so yeah, fucking being dependent on someone is not good. So when, you know, there's beauty in having your own life. And you know what's crazy? I'm just conceptualizing. I'm becoming aware right now of how much I just spoke, which is not a lot comparative to my capacity and my bandwidth here. But I'm just like, what am I talking about right now? I hope you understood the point, because I forgot it. Like, period, straightforward. I forgot why I'm on here. Lady, really good at makeup. Yes. The army. No, I don't know. 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. It's fucking June 3rd, 20-something. I love you. If you got anything from this, let me know, because I don't remember the 11 minutes and 58 seconds of it. Bye. We'll talk soon, because I always have something to say. Believe it or not. Okay, bye. Mwah. 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 Pause. Siri, turn my camera off. I'm driving. Siri's like, I'm sorry. I'm not real. I was like, oh shit, sorry, Siri, I didn't. I really thought there was something there, you know, when she, you know, your little bubble thing would pop up. I really, really, really thought, you know, there was something between us, you know, like I really thought there was a connection. It looked like it, all those colors. So, whatever, like, that's what I'm talking about. Technology, we're being played. We don't even see it yet. There's that movie called She, I think. Watch it. What's her name? Scarlett Johansson voices the robot with Joaquin something, the guy who plays the Joker. I'm coming to a red light. I will pause this. I hope you think of me tonight, and I hope she kind of does look like her parents, but it's kind of cute. Like, it's a look. Oh, the bob. I cut my hair. I'm sorry this angle's so shit. I love you. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye. Mwah.